Good afternoon, student of class 10. Today we are going to start from electromagnetic induction and its application to AC generator and transformer. We already have read that when electric current passes through a conductor, a magnetic field is produced around a conductor. Faraday thought, since a magnetic field is produced by an electric current, it should be possible to produce electric current by the magnetic field. Try to understand that. We already have read that if you supply current to a conductor, that conductor is converted to a temporary magnet. So he started thought that we also can produce current by using the magnetic field, and he started an experiment. The experiment is given. So by the experiment he observed that if there is a change in the number of magnetic field lines linked with conductor, if there is a change in the magnetic field lines linked with conductor, an electromotive force is generated that is known as current. The phenomena is called that electromagnetic induction. Okay, the number of magnetic field line linked with conductor is called the magnetic flux. You will read that later in details. First try to understand whatever I said that. Okay, try to understand this experiment. I am explaining the experiment. Okay, there is an paper is taken or wood is taken. On that copper wire is wounded. Okay, and two portion, that is A and B, that is connected to a galvanometer. Now a magnet is taken, NS, north and south. Now when that is stationary, that means that is not moving, there is no deflection in the galvanometer. But when it starts moving, there is a deflection of the galvanometer in the right side. Now if you stop that, after moving you stop that, there is no deflection. Now you start moving on that in the right side. As a result, the galvanometer deflects on the left side. If you move it more rapidly, the deflection of the galvanometer will be more. So that is the observation. So what idea you get from that application or that experiment? That means if you take a conductor and a magnet, if there is no relative movement, that means this is not moving, that is also not moving, so there will no current produced, there is no deflection in the galvanometer. If one of them is moving, here I am moving the magnet, as a result the deflection is there, galvanometer is deflecting towards right side. That means in that case current is flowing from B to A side. Why? Because you can see that in A the current is anti-clockwise, here B is, here the flux is anti-clockwise, here is flux is clockwise. That means the current is flowing from B to A. Now if that is stationary, there is no relative movement, that is not a factor where their position is. If there is no relative movement, there will be no deflection of the galvanometer. If it again starts moving, as a result the galvanometer again deflecting. So if there is a relative motion of a conductor and a magnet, there will be a electric generated, and that is said here. Conclusion. That means what is the conclusion by this experiment Faraday made? A current flows in the coil only where is relative motion. What I said now, the direction of current reverse if the direction of the motion is reversed. The current in the coil is increased by the rapid motion of the magnet. If you increase the speed of the magnet, then current will be increased. If you use strong magnet, current will be increased. If you increase the cross section area of a conductor, current will increase. Okay, Faraday's explanation. Faraday explained how that is happening. Look at that. That is a conductor. That is a magnet. and you know that there is always magnetic flux or magnetic field lines always move from north direction to south direction. Now if they are close, this flux is connected to the conductor, and if there is no movement, there is very few conductor as connected to the very few flux line are connected to the conductor. Now if you starts moving, many flux line are connected to the conductor. As a result, as there is a change in the flux line, so there will be current produced, and that is known as EMF. Electromagnetic induction is the phenomena in which EMF is induced in the coil if there is a change in the magnetic flux. If there is a change in the magnetic flux, there will be a EMF will generated. Okay, you can check it out. Here is the two conductor is taken with one, and galvanometer is fixed with one, and cell is fixed. If you supply cell and rheostat is given there for changing the voltage. Now if you continuously changing the electricity here, as a result the flux will change on that whichever link with that conductor. That means from that conductor there will some flux will be provided here which are linked with that S plus S conductor. As a result, if you change the current here, there will be a flux will change. As a result, there will be a current will generated. As a result, galvanometer will deflect. On that basis, on the basis of that law, transformer is introduced. Faraday's laws of electromagnetic experiment. Faraday produced or given a law on that electromagnetic induction, that whenever there is a change in the magnetic flux links with the coil, an EMF is introduced. The EMF induced lasts so long there is a change in the magnetic flux. The magnet of the EMF is induced is directly proportional to the rate of change of magnetic flux in it. If the magnetic flux changes at a constant rate, a steady EMF is produced. From that, this formula is induced EMF equal to change in the magnetic flux by time in which the flux is changing. Thus, for a given coil and magnet, it depends on the following two factors: on the rate of change of magnetic flux, on the number of turns in the coil, direction of the induced EMF. For measuring the direction of the induced EMF, Faraday is given a right hand rule. What is the right hand rule? If you place your hand like that, if the thumb is giving the motion of the conductor and this finger is giving the magnetic field, then that finger will show you the direction of the induced current. So what is the difference between Faraday's left hand law and right hand law? In the Faraday's left hand law, it is showing the direction of the force in the magnetic field. In the right hand law, it is showing the induced current in the magnetic field. Now Lenz law, according to Lenz law, the direction of the induced EMF is such that it opposes the cause which produces it. Okay, if you read that, you will understand. When north pole of the magnet is brought towards the end A solenoid, the induced current flows in the solenoid from direction B to A. At the end A, the current is anti-clockwise. So the end A of the solenoid becomes north pole to repel the magnet. Try to understand. Okay, I am saying that Lenz law, what is trying to say. So it is trying to say induced current will always try to oppose the motion. Like if you carry this magnet towards it, here current will be anti-clockwise here, that's why in this section north pole will generate. So it will try to repel that. That means it is always trying to oppose the motion. That is saying Lenz law. Now AC generator, on the basis of that principle, AC generator is introduced. What is AC generator? The device which converts mechanical energy to electrical energy. Now look at the figure. What are the main parts of in the electric AC generator? Okay, there is a strong magnet. There is a coil ABCD, that is called armature coil. There is slip ring S1, slip ring S2. Slip ring S1 is connected to a one part, that means A part of that, and that is also connected to a brass. Slip ring 2 S2 is connected to the D, and that is also connected to brass B, and both part is taken to a load. Okay, how does it working? When there is an axis connected to that coil, when we move that, it start. Before moving, the coil is placed like that. That means that part is little bit of lower and this part is little bit of upper position is in there. When we start moving, it start rotating. As a result, the current is produced from these two parts which is connected to the load. This is AC generator. There is nothing new more. You try to understand whatever I have explained here. If you have any doubt, you can ask me the question.